Live your dream. Man, you've been killing it lately. You've been the first one in here. Order, there's my man. Order, I went live, I think it was yesterday, and I went live today. Just because I kind of just wanted to talk to you, to be honest. I didn't put it in I didn't put it in my title or anything like that, but being that Cecil's been talking about the paranormal lately, he just kind of brought up a few things that kind of made me chuckle, and I wanted to talk to my buddy Order and Mrs. Order. I don't know. I'm looking forward to your next live stream, Order, because I know you're gonna have a lot of good points to make on him. Forgive me for my appearance lately. I've been uh, I've been run pretty ragged, so I look a little rough lately. I seen I seen that Krusty put out a video on the little shit Cecil. I think people, some people, Cecil, Cecil gets so worked up over EMF. Uh, he thinks anytime he gets a reading of EMF, he automatically thinks it's paranormal. And like Order says, no, it's just normal. In the world that we live in today, this big fucking ball of EMF, because that's what it is. There's fucking we're surrounded by EMF. It's just a part of our day-to-day lives. So whenever his little meter goes off, that's only indicating a level of EMF around him, closely around him, right? Uh, Back in the day when I used to be part of a paranormal team, probably one of the first things that we did was we would go into a location with our EMF detectors. We wouldn't use them to try to communicate with the other side all the time. In fact, that was never our first method. Our first method was always to be very quiet and still and just listen with nothing. Just be quiet, lights off, and just listen. Um, but before that, we would go into a location with our EMF detectors. But the reason why that we did that was just so that we could get a baseline of the levels of EMF in that area. And we would write it down. So like if we were if I was investigating this apartment, I would come in and I'd have my meter and I would just walk the perimeter of the location. And I would be constant, this is my EMF detector. I'd be constantly just walking the perimeter and I would just see, okay, this room is buzzing at a certain EMF level. And it was just simple like that. This kitchen's this level, this hallway is this level, the back bedroom's this level. And it would just give you a general idea for what's normal for that location. What's a normal level, right? And that's only going to help you. Cecil's such a fucking idiot. He doesn't realize that the device he's holding in his hand, filming his dumbass on, is emitting or receiving EMF uh, all the time. EMF detectors are great tools. but you got to use them for what they're intended for. If you're on a location doing an investigation and you're asking questions and you're getting certain EMF levels, that's great, but to me, that's not enough. It's just not enough. You know, it could be a piece to a good amount of evidence, but he's putting all his eggs in one basket with that. I constantly am telling myself, like, when I have to explain something like that a paranormal researcher, somebody that calls themselves that, they should know that. But then I got to remind myself, look who we're talking about. So Cecil's a truck driver now. He thinks he's going to be a over-the-road trucker. He's been making videos on Logan again. And I don't know if you guys have watched the videos that he's done on Logan, but the last couple videos he's made some really, he makes these comments in these videos like, I've been around thousands of little girls. I'm around little girls every day. Where in the fuck, Cecil, do you think that's a good idea to say that? Why, like, what do you mean you've been around thousands of little girls? You want to elaborate on that? Where the fuck are you being around all these thousands of little girls? And then in the same breath, he's slandering a teenager, an underage teenager. As a 42-year-old male, why would you even have the desire to attack a kid, a young man? I just don't get it. He's fucked up. I know he is, Order, and we've known this for years. I ask myself, why do we keep talking about this guy? He's never going to change. It's just he's so fucking goofy. It's hard not to. That's a good point. He really thinks he's something. He really thinks he's something special. I mean, in the state's order, what he's going for is he's trying to get his CDL, his commercial driver's license, and I'm pretty sure you gotta have graduated high school to do that. Maybe I'm wrong about that, but truck drivers make good money here. I can't see Cecil doing that. He's gonna have to. He's gonna have to be. He's gonna have to work hard, and he's gonna have to show up every day to drive. I don't know. I just don't. I don't see it happening. He's gonna have to take a test. He's not gonna do good on that test. He did pass his driving test. I don't think he could reach the pedals in a in a full size truck. I mean, let's be real. He's not gonna make it long. He doesn't work well with other people. He's not gonna be able to manage himself to be. He'll be streaming on his phone while he's driving loads. I guess like I do. But he ain't gonna be able to pull it off. I just don't think it ain't gonna work. I mean, you guys see him drive in his regular his little car. I mean, he gets severe road rage. It's very terrifying, Order. It's very terrifying. He's gonna end up killing somebody. He already almost killed people when he was a forklift driver. When he was driving a tow motor, he almost killed some people. Imagine him behind the steering wheel of a big rig, a real truck. And he's getting a bunch of shit wrong with me. He says that what got me involved in trolling him was that my son, he blocked my son or said something to my son because my son was trolling him. My son has never been on his channel. That never happened. I don't know where he gets that from, but that 100% absolutely has never happened. And then he'll say that, and he'll bring up, he's still bringing up Steve Huff in regards to me and my brother. My brother doesn't even know who Steve Huff is. I know who Steve Huff is, but I've never ever made a video on Steve Huff. So the fact that he thinks that that's why I'm doing what I'm doing to try to get views. How many times have you ever seen me make a video on Steve Huff or come at Cecil in regards to Steve Huff? It's never happened. Even in the old videos with me years ago, it's never happened. So he's got his information all wrong. And Cecil, I would love to explain to you why I'm here, but in all these years, the only way I've ever been able to talk to you face to face through here is by sneaking onto your platform when you're allowing people up or acting like coming on a fake account. You will not communicate with anybody. You're terrified of us. You're terrified of us. You know what else? Remember, Order, when Cecil was talking about his fears in life? You remember he used to say that he was, the thing that scared him about driving was semi-trucks, and now he thinks he's going to be a semi-truck driver? That ain't going to happen. I'd love to be there when he's taking his driving test for a semi. Oh, that'd be classic. the truth of it is, Cecil, is you got fired from another job, and now you're trying to make it look like you're doing something so Hitty doesn't bitch at you or throw you out. He was gonna get rich on gold. I'll tell you what, Order. Speaking of making money, I've been investing in some certain crypto lately, and I've been making some money off of doing that. Just putting a little bit of money in every week and watching the money grow. Might be something you might want to get interested in. I never thought I'd get involved in that, but somebody turned me on to it, and I've been making money. That's a good question, Vicky. If it's prescribed by a doctor, maybe. Maybe. That's the thing. He might be prescribed a certain medication, but he's not taking it as prescribed. Order. Look into the coin called Ondo, Ondo, Ondo Finance. Just do a little research on that. That's the coin that I've been really interested in lately. It's been doing really good. You know, there's XRP, there's Zeta Chain, Dog with Hat. These are all coins that are high risk, high reward. You got to watch it. You got to do. That's why I say do your research first, because it's not as simple. It's not investing. It is not investing. It's called day trading. So it's something that you're going to have to keep your eye on a day-to-day basis. You got to know when to move your money around. But it operates all off of patterns. Do some research, watch some videos on it, get a little bit of knowledge together. You know, put $20 in it and just learn that way. Put $20 in, watch it bounce around. It's going to go up $1 here, down $1, up $5, down $5. You know, and if you put a little bit of money in, that's what I did at first, just to kind of learn the patterns. Oh, right on, Liberty Dream. Yeah, order, definitely. The cool thing about Ondo Finance, they're involved with putting together like a world currency. So it's a big deal what they're trying to do. I mean, if it does, you remember when Bitcoin first came out, everybody thought it was never going to take off. Well, it did. And Ondo Finance is kind of one of those coins that you got to look into the business behind what you're putting money into. You got to see who has a product that people are buying. You know, there's a lot of risk involved, but It's a good way. You can make some serious money. But there's a lot of safer places too to, like, if you just want to put your money in a secure area and just make a little bit of money off of it over a longer period of time. But I kind of like the idea of making a lot of money over a short period of time. Yeah, so all you do is you set up, remember that app I told you to set up was called Coinbase. It's very secure, but it's linked to your bank account, whatever account you choose to put on there. And you'll see when you set it up, because I mean, all it takes, if you want to transfer that money from Coinbase back into your bank account, it's just a click. All you do is you just hit cash out, and I think there's like a $2 fee or something like that. Not hard. But believe, I'm not giving you financial advice, but that's just like what I do, my opinions. I am not a professional. I'm just somebody that's just hoping to get lucky. But I like the concept, and I think that there's a lot of people out there making some good money off of it. Let's be real, I really don't want to be putting up masking tape the rest of my life. Yeah, look into it, Order, because I think you're the kind of person that does a lot of research. I think that you would really succeed at something like that. And the cool thing is you don't gotta put a bunch of money in there. Put $20 in there and see what happens. You know, if you lose $20, I mean, you might 10x your money. How cool would that be? You know? I want us all to get rich. Yeah, he does call me lazy. I wish I was lazy. Hey, listen, if I'm lazy, if I'm being lazy, that means I'm doing really good. When you guys see me busting my ass, that's because I need to make more money. Plain and simple. Cheers, brother. The day I'm lazy, I'll be the first to admit it, and I'll be happy about it. I don't know. Hard to find good help. Well, I love you guys. I've been on here 30 minutes. Let's go see if Cecil's going to make a video. Thanks for coming in, everybody. I'll see you later, Order. We'll talk soon. I'm going to go watch Krusty.